In a cyberpunk sort of underground market in King City, someone wants to sell a kidney. As a man checks off the rate list for stolen body parts, he once again confirms if the kid is serious, as in the past 6 months he has sold a wide variety of organs. A kidney, spleen, gallbladder, even his family jewels, and a bit of his liver, along with small portions of his intestines. And now, if he sells another kidney, he won't last another day. But a willow wild child still wants to go through with it to save his terminally ill sister. He covers his mouth as the doctor-cum-butcher raises his cleaver, telling him he's got guts. But not for long. With a single strike he brings out a shriek from the kid. Later, the kid walks away on crutches, complaining about his kneecaps and his hip joints. He is bruised from head to toe, but there is a lot of dough stacked up under his belt, and his eyes burn with weird energy as he starts to regenerate. He has done what anyone with a healing factor would. With 30 grand, that should be enough to pay for a job transfer. He laughs about his sick sister and his dying mom, all the excuses he creates just to come through. This person is Yelin, a transmigrator, and as a typical orphan he has no sick sister to care for. But in this world, there are kaijus, the sails of the New York Empire building. So there's spiritual energy flowing everywhere and demons in every alley. There are also a lot of dungeon realms. As an orphan, coming through in this world is difficult, but he has a unique ability to let him drift through life. He has body regeneration. So no matter how severe injuries he sustains, his body gets into top shape in a minute or two. He can regenerate anything, even his family jewels. That is why he's been selling his own organs, something that should take note of, to save up $100,000 to pay for a class change fee. Because after going through a ritual and awakening his power, he will become stronger than before. Only then will he stand at the top of this world and protect the ones he cares about. He smiles, posing in front of a gigantic statue, as this is the big day for his class transfer ritual. A baddie asks Yelin, "So why is he here? Isn't he a poor student?" He answers, "How can he stand around being here," with tears rolling down his eyes. He asks Miss Wang to be kind, because to attend the ritual he had no choice but to ask for a loan. This surprises Miss Wang. And his peers wonder what will happen if he is stuck with a useless profession. It will be like working corporate 9 to 5. So Miss Wang tells him that he should give it all. The ritual is about to start. Yelin thanks her. Later, 3 golden boulders form a circle around a crowd, and an old man tells the next candidate to step up. Everyone looks at a nerd who belongs to a poor family. He is paid a hefty fee, and now his heart is bleeding. The old man tells him to place his hand on the glowing orb, and immediately he is branded as a support class. Poultry breeder. No one can believe that he will spend his life with ducks and chickens. The old man tells him not to get discouraged. It's a support-type class, and there are no useless classes, only useless people. Then at 10 by 10 baddie with red hair arrives. Everyone starts simping for her because it is Zhuge. They proclaim her as their goddess, and the old man tells Zhuge to place her hand on the orb. As soon as she does, a bright burst of flames erupts from the boulders, and a flaming phoenix circles around it. The old man is shaken that this is a triple S rank fire mage, and now their academy can hold their head high. Yelin hears everyone celebrate their goddess and her good fate to be a fire mage. Some even shower her with envy. Yelin, on the other hand, is looking at her enviously, thinking of her as someone very lucky. The old man tells her that changing to a triple S class is a big deal for the school, and he will start her training right away, wondering if the carpet matches the drapes. As she turns to leave, Yelin steps up, promising not to be a side character, as he has waited for this moment all his life, living a miserable life as an orb and deciding to defy fate. It all boils down to this. He grabs the orb with determination, and immediately a gigantic blue dragon erupts from the boulder, shooting him with a column of thunder. Everyone looks at him in surprise, wondering if it is another abnormality. Zhuge wonder if he can also be a triple S rank. The other students are envious of his luck. When the smoke starts to clear, they wonder what is going on, and the old man yells that he is a triple S level forbidden curse master. Today, he is the owner of their academy, the second triple S rank, but as soon as he realizes he's a curse master, he starts shaking. Everyone is looking at him enviously, but their envy turns into ridicule, as no curse master has lived beyond 25 years. One of them laughs that this is a profession that burns one's life force, and another one laughs that Yelin has a loan to pay, and he is now going to die young. What an amazing fate. Zhuge, on the other hand, is not too happy, thinking that it's a shame. Everyone's words cut through him sharply. The old man tries to give him a pat on the back, that you shouldn't be too negative. You should burn brighter than live a meaningless life. Yelin wonders if it's true that curse masters die at 25, and if that is so, then he wants to burn brightly before going out. The principal decides to give him a special training plan, but to Yelin, this is the best possible outcome, because he is immortal after all with his healing factor. Later, as school comes to an end, Yelin cracks his neck as he is swamped from today's hectic day. He wants to go home and get a good night's sleep, but Shu approaches him, asking him to team up with her. The more a curse master fires, the quicker they die, and she doesn't want him to die quickly since they are classmates. But being as dense as a block of tofu, Yelin passes on the chance to team up with a 10x10 baddie. She storms away, calling him a stubborn idiot who is headed to death and how he should suit himself. But to Yelin, this behavior is weird. A group of teens surround him. One of them says there's Zhuge work for young Master Jai, and they tease him for thinking that they are inferior to him just because he's a triple S ranker. Meanwhile, Yelin wonders if women are all like this. 2 lives have brought great difficulty to Yelin. He decides that he just wants to go home. The other students start to tease him for being broke, living in a little hut, even though he's a triple S ranker. One of them wonders if he wants a job at his daddy's security corporation. They start joking that once he has money, he can buy some nice coffins for his orphanage family. Yelin's face turns dark as he wonders if an orphan deserves to have a family, and that's why they're all dead. He looks at everyone and feels himself being alienated. His eyes burst with power, and a column of thunder erupts from his hand. He hates that he is forced to act. Everyone starts to panic, wondering what the kid is trying to do. Is he a school shooter? Is he trying to get himself killed? But Yelin yells, why wouldn't he when they are speaking of his dead family? The bright burst of thunder sends everyone flying. All 3 of the teens are in need of new pants. They wonder if he's crazy in the head for using a forbidden curse, but Yelin wants to throw his hands more than ever. This sends all the students running away. Yelin calls them a trash buffet before running off, though his diaphragm feels funny. Zhuge, on the other hand, is not too happy that Yelin is ready to throw his life away by falling for insults from a few low lives. And if he is a curse master, he won't go far in life. He is not worthy of standing beside her. Finally, Yelin is home in his little rundown shack. He has sacrificed his denium to summon a regular lightning bolt, and if he sacrifices a bladder, he might be able to summon yin thunder. If he sacrifices his heart, he can summon destructive purple lightning. He looks at the rate list, realizing that he would die summoning the most powerful god thunder. He decides to rest because his head is spinning and the recovery is about to begin. Meanwhile, that bully tries to run up to his daddy, asking him to avenge him, and the kid almost kills him. But the old man tells him to stop. Killing a triple S rank curse user is risky, and there is no benefit for them. Someone who goes all out using forbidden spells just because of a few insults is emotionally cracked. As he snuffs out his cigarette, he tells him to not forget that he is a poor student while their family is wealthy from the start, as he is trying to learn the greatest advantage, to target the enemy's weak spot. The next day at the academy, all the students are pouring in while Yelin is extremely sleepy, a side effect of his regeneration. Everyone is murmuring about him, that he's a curse user and has taught the bully a lesson. Someone calls him, and it's the bully handing him water and a lunchbox. Yelin wonders if he's trying to poison him, but the bully tells him that he wouldn't dare. This is to thank him. Yelin can't wonder why. The boy says that he is struck by how he almost ended his existence, and it has made him realize that he is wasting his life. He also wants to call him Big Bro. Yelin can't wonder what is happening. Did he hit him on the head or something? But the boy says that he's serious. After beating around the bush for so long, he has been thinking about his life, and he wants to become a great role model, a better person. Yelin wonders if it's right, and if that's it, then he should pay him a little tuition. The bully wants to and asks for his account balance. After sharing details, he tells him to transfer 2 million to his account. It will be the tuition of his first term. The bully can't help but wonder, okay, it is too expensive. He will have to send his father the check. The portal is opening up, and the test is starting shortly. Everyone hopes that each academy candidate can work well. The students are lining up ready to get their first crack at victory and honor the faculty. They then notice the two frontliners being triple S class. One of them says that they look out of this world, but the principal tells them to stop yapping. One triple S class is enough. The others fall silent out of jealousy because he has two triple S rank students. As the exam starts, Zhuge still wants to pair up with Yelin, but Yelin brushes her off. She calls him arrogant, and since he wants to die so badly, she will grant him his wish. Through a series of speed boosts, he arrives in a small forest clearing and comes face to face with a leopard. He wants to play with the little kitty and test out a forbidden spell. Electricity crackles around his fist, and the bolt of thunder raises the kitten from existence. He looks at the spell with only 10 XP. How can it justify the damage to his kidneys? He needs to figure out something to level up faster. A herd of monsters runs after Yelin, who is having the time of his life. He leaps over a fallen tree trunk and wants to use his forbidden curse on them, even though he's sweating like a white guy having Mexican food. A holographic skeleton erupts behind him as he uses a destructive surge to create an atomic blast that shakes the forest. Even Yelin is terrified by his ability. It has increased his strength, agility, and spirit by 2 factors, and with his innate ability, even a level 10 monster is a little puppy in front of him. He zooms through the horde of monsters, making quick work of them, slicing and hacking his way through. Even though he realizes that he has aged a lot in 5 minutes, he looks at his body shriveling away, and if he doesn't want to reveal his undying body, he must stop using the burning reincarnation curse. After 1 minute, he decides to continue. He sacrifices his arm and creates a golden magical rune, using world-ending fury to create a tempest of thunder, burning every monster in a 10-mile vicinity to a crisp. The XP starts to reel in, and Yelin smiles as he has leveled up. He is a level 3 adventurer now and has a new curse. Hellfire burns the sky as night falls. The witch comes across the horde of burned monsters and wonders what happened here. She looks at a glow and wonders if it is hellfire. There shouldn't be another fire element in the academy, so who can cause such a strong hellish flame? She looks at a column of smoke rising into the sky, realizing that it must be as strong as hers. It looks like there are a lot of hidden dragons over here. Around the campfire, Yelin is busy eating a monster steak after using up so much energy. This is justified. After eating his fill, he tends to leave. However, Yelin is approached by Zhuge. She's glad to see him here, but the same can't be said for Yelin. He wants to keep his secret from her. He tries to brush off his little cooking session, but Zhuge reminds him not to use spells for solo grinding. She still wants him to pair up with her, but he's not too enthusiastic about the idea, wondering if this woman has a few nuts loose. Zhuge still presses on, asking if he has seen anyone pass here, someone who is very strong and can use fire magic. He wonders if she has seen hellfire. He comes up with a story that he saw a very handsome guy who went the other way, though it looks like he won't be able to use the spell anymore. Zhuge turns to leave, saying she might have to clash with the hellfire wielder, but a gigantic monster falls from the sky. It is a level 8 dragon blood behemoth. As it crashes, Zhuge dodges the attack, wondering why a level 8 monster is here. She looks around for Yelin, wondering if the coward has run away. She fires off a few fireballs. It hits the monster, but the monster brushes her arm and creates a sonic boom. Zhuge still presses on, creating another barrage of fireballs, but it is reflected in her. She can't take what she was dishing out. She's almost burned to a crisp. Because of her arrogance, she might have to die, and this is too humiliating. But a voice pierces through the silence. Forbidden curse, hellfire. The monster goes up in flames, the bright red flames bathing the night sky. Zhuge looks around, wondering who is responsible for saving her. She wants to ask for his name. Yelin is standing around in disguise, with cosmic flames covering his boots and his arms. He wants her to call him Ling Ye. As hellfire burns the dragon to a crisp, Zhuge can't believe her eyes. She looks around for her savior, thanking the new classmate and asking for his name. Zhuge Lin pauses for a moment, trying to see if his disguise is foolproof. After all, it is much better than slapping on a pair of glasses and working in the Daily Planet, with cosmic flames flickering around his body. He claims to be Ling Yi, derived from dawn and night. Zhuge can't believe her eyes, asking what school he belongs to, and he is the Gore, so she wants to think properly. Yi Lin, on the other hand, is annoyed by her thanks. He tries to shake her off, but she still reaches out, even though her clothes are burnt to a crisp, revealing all of her assets. Yi Lin tells her not to follow him. He's going where there are stronger monsters, and it's not someone with her power level who can hope to step in. He also points out that her clothes should be her first priority. She realizes that her melons are out in the open, and she quickly falls to her face to hide them. She still calls out to him, promising to catch up to him, so that she will stand by his side proudly. Yilin leaves from branch to branch, trying to put some distance between them. He then pops over in the system video, and is not too happy about the time he has wasted on her. He notices a new forbidden curse stacked in his belt. If he sacrifices 2.5 years, he can reverse a fatal injury. He realizes there's a reason this class has so few users. It chips away at their lifespan, but for him, it is a divine skill. After all, he has a healing factor, and he can reduce one fatal blow. Even if someone stabs him in the heart, he won't be afraid. He can live fearlessly. And a curse that uses a heart and a head, he can use both of them at the same time. This is practically a hack. Now he can grind non-stop, without worrying about his body. On day 3, that is the last day of the test, everyone gathers around, and the principal tells his fellows, "There's a good morning." His fellows are a little sore about him having 2 SSS rankers. The portal opens up, and one of them says that the highest record for the secret adrenaline test is level 7, and it remains unbroken and belongs to a student from his academy. Another peer wonders if the record will be broken this year, but the principal has his hopes up. The man tells them that they have truly refined taste. This man is Zhuge's relative, Zhuge Chenzing. He wonders if he can join in the fun. The principals remark to him that he's a great astrologer, and it's an honor. He says that he's here to look for his Nini, and wonders if she's been causing any problems. The principal remarks that he truly loves his daughter, and Zhuge is doing fine at their academy. The portal fires up, and they wonder if someone is coming through. It turns out it is Zhuge who steps out of the portal. She asks her father why he is here, and greets the principals with an offhand remark. They wonder why is she out when the time isn't up. They look at her level, which is level 4. And with that, she has broken the record. Everyone gasps in surprise, barely able to wrap their heads around this miracle. Her father is very happy, saying that she might have gone to level 13 as well. But Zhuge says that it was too boring, and was taking ages to hunt monsters. Even though secretly, she came out to find Ling Yi, her angel born in hell. Speaking of the angel, he's standing in a wasteland, with nothing but ash around him. He wonders why the level 10 monsters are gone, and maybe he has ground too hard. He activates the flames around his hand, trying to expand his search area and try out his new curses. He has one, which is instant dance, where he sacrifices an organ, and based on how important it is to his survival, he will gain speed. A maximum of 10 times agility can be granted at one time. He uses the ability and sacrifices his kidney for 10 times the ability. And even a level 50 assassin can't match his speed. He shoots through the forest, in a blazing blur of lightning, tearing through the foliage, and coming across 3 bug monsters. He sacrifices his bladder to shoot them with bolts of thunder. Later, the participants are exiting from the portal. Though Zhuge can't wonder why her hero is not back, one of them says that there are only 5 minutes left, and as everyone has completed the test, they should return to the school-designated area. The test is ending soon, and maybe Zhuge will be the record holder this time around. One of them starts counting down. With the caped hero in her mind, she doesn't even think about Yin Li. She looks at the blog, wondering if it is him. But Yilin arrives, and she wonders why is he here. He wonders if there is a problem. But Zhuge tells her not to talk to her, and he wonders what is up with her mood swings. Is it that time? The principal is glad that he is out, and asks for his level. She is at level 16, and everyone freezes up. They can't believe what they are hearing. Zhuge turns around, asking Yelin if that is true, and how is it so? Yelin says that he just came here, and is it a problem? Zhuge turns cold, telling him not to come any closer, and he wonders what the hell is at their level. He then exposes his new level, and everyone can't believe it. One of them tells him the requirement for leveling up to such a high level, and the amount of monsters he will have to kill. He must have killed 1,200 monsters, and how is it possible? The principal tells him that he is the pride of their academy. Even Zhuge's father is happy, but Zhuge on the other hand finds it strange, saying that he is a forbidden curse master. If he uses his curses recklessly, it is normal for him to level up quickly. They realize that must be it, and he must be crazy, spamming curses left and right. As most curse users can't live past 25, they probably won't live past 20. They are not too happy with his choice to trade his life for fame. Because everyone is bad-mouthing him, one of them asks him why is he bothering to go to such an extent, and he is trading his life for the school. The principal tells him to stop this nonsense. He would never joke about them. He and Lin, on the other hand, say that he is doing it on his own accord, growing up poor and an orphan. Everyone look down on him. But he won't be a coward. Even if he dies, he will go out in a ball of flames. Zhuge's father claps his hand, telling him that he has grand admissions, and after all, he is the highest-level student in the test. He introduces himself, saying that if he needs anything in the future, he can come to him. Zhuge is not too pleased, wondering why is he number 1. Ling Yi comes out. His level won't be any lower than his. Zhuge's father wonders who he is. Even the principal is clueless, and no one knows about it. Yilin, on the other hand, is not too pleased. He turns to leave, and the principal bids him farewell, reminding him that the formal exam is in 3 days. Zhuge is waiting for the student, but he never arrives. Her father tries to calm her down, but she is not in the mood to hear anything. She babbles on that he is a genius who saved her life. His father, a wise and sensible man, reasons that Ye Lin must be the person she is looking for, but she angrily yells that Ye Lin can't be compared to her savior. The mention of his name causes him to sneeze once again. He wonders who is talking about him. The student drops his train of thought, and a man arrives asking if he is student Ye Lin, and he is manager of the Oral Liquid Limited Company. He lets himself in, saying that he has a new profession and has broken the highest record in the beginner's exam, and they want to invite him to advertise their product, and he will be compensated. He holds out 3 fingers, saying that 3 million will be given to him. He looks at the vial, realizing that it's a liquid that enhances intelligence and promotes cell regeneration. 1 bottle can de-age a person by several years, and this is worth both of his kidneys. He wonders if fame is really what he needed all along. He takes a gulp and immediately passes away. The man calls someone on the phone, telling his boss that the fool fell into their trap, and now the backup plan is in motion. He is instructed to bring him back. A voice wonders why are they going to such lengths to bring a student here. The boss tells them that no one must be allowed in. He then later looks at his body, realizing that all of his organs have grown back. The previous organs that were sold to him have regenerated, and it's amazing. With this, he can master the secret of organ regeneration. He laughs, realizing that he will have supreme power and wealth. But a voice catches him off guard. He looks at Yelin, sitting across from him. He wonders how is it possible that he's awake. His sleeping drug can keep an elephant down for 6 hours. Yelin says that he was curious about the reason for seeking him out. The man laughs, telling him that he won't be polite, and if he surrenders obediently, he won't lose any limbs. He brings out a level 20 phantom blade. Yilin is ready to throw hands, activating his aura, and using fire elements to burn down this place. He uses forbidden fire and eternal freezing gaze, where he sacrifices his eyes and freezes everything within sight before him. His eyes burn with the ethereal glow, and the boss wonders what is going on as ice covers his body. He tries to use his dagger to break it, but his dagger shatters instead. He yells that this is impossible. He's only a level 16 while he's a level 20. Even if it's a forbidden curse, he shouldn't be able to defeat him in a single strike. Yelin looks at him coldly, telling him that now they can have a proper chat. Who knows about his ordinary regeneration ability? The boss tells him that he has told no one else. He smiles, saying that he will make it quick. He's about to break him into pieces, and with a single punch, he leaves the boss lying in the pool of his blood and spit. He decides to sacrifice his stomach after drinking his horrible slime. None of the minions plead with him not to kill him. Yilin grills him for answers. Who's the boss behind the scenes? As he's met with resistance, he's about to end it. but the minion decides to reveal that it is the underground king, Kenshin. Yi-Lin wonders if the name sounds familiar. Maybe the 10 outstanding philanthropists. Things are getting complicated. He still shoots the minion with a bolt of electricity. Later in the black underground market, a man is sitting on a throne, made of stone, asking if Zihu has gone missing. This is the big boss, Kenshin. He's not pleased that they've lost track of the poor student, but his bald underling explains that they are out of contact for half an hour, and at the farmhouse, everything is burned. Maybe it was by the job holder. The man yells that they need to find him. He wants to deal with the person immediately. Yi-Lin, on the other hand, goes to the bully's house, who greets him warmly and explains about the 2 million he asked. Yi-Lin, on the other hand, tells him that he should forget about the money since he's treating him right now. He will accept him. Ling is happy and leads him into his mansion, telling him to see it as his own home. On the other hand, he thinks how simple-minded this Yi-Lin fellow is. Yi-Lin, on the other hand, is sure that Kenshin's people will not come to the Ji family house to catch him. An army of maids greet them, and as a nerd, he uses his woody for nothing but sacrifices. The sight of the beautiful maids is too much for him. Ling offers one of the maids to serve him for the night, and he seriously considers the option. An army of maids volunteers to help him change. But Yi-Lin regains his senses and starts thinking from his brain instead of his woody. He tells him he's joking, but Ling insists, promising to take him somewhere big. And later they arrive at the annual auction. He looks at the aristocrats socializing but ignores them and focuses his attention on the banquet. Ling looks at him with slight disdain that poor people will always be inexperienced. Yi-Lin starts stuffing his food into his mouth. After sacrificing his towing, he needs to eat to make up for it. A voice asks him if he is Yi-Lin. Zhuge arrives with Liu, wondering if it is him. Yi-Lin turns away, pretending he didn't see them, wondering why he runs into her over and over again. Liu wonders if he is the genius boy who controls fire elements. But Zhuge tells her that there is no way that this coward is the same as her hero. She decides to leave. Ling secretly wonders what she would do if she knew that he was her savior. Ling arrives, introducing a group of people to Yi-Lin. They can't believe that Yi-Lin is his master, but Ling tells them to watch their words. Ordinary people can't keep up with their boss because he is a level 16 SSS ranker. The first in the Secret Realm exam, Yi-Lin tells them to calm down. Regarding leveling up, he has insights, and if they go outside the city, he can help them level up. Then, they will get good exam results. The boys excitedly wonder if that's true, that the boss will help them level up. Ling, on the other hand, says that to prevent people from getting help from strong players, they are forbidden from leaving the city before the big exam. Yi-Lin realizes that's a little pickle. He says that he doesn't have the equipment, but Ling is ready to fix him up, telling him not to worry as long as he can help them level up. They can pick up equipment at the auction, and he can bid on anything. If he can improve his performance in the exam, it will be worth it. The leader is the beautiful lady holding the auction, greets everyone warmly, and brings out the first item, which is an epic scroll, a fire-type skill, best for mage jobs. The starting bid is 500,000. The bids start ringing, but Zhuge's father buys it for 3 million. Yi-Lin realizes that he must be a big spender, but it's fortunate that as a curse master, he doesn't need skill scrolls. The lady explains that it is a fire attribute ability. Yi-Lin turns to Ling, asking about his profession as a swordsman, and if he sees any abilities, he should bid at the auction. It will save his life when it matters. The auction lady brings out a ring that increases spiritual attributes by 30, and has a passive skill, Dragon Possession. The bid starts at 2 million, and the people start putting up their bids. Yi-Lin, while munching on a bite of meat, says that this item will be of great use to them. Ling should pay a bid. Ling goes up to Daddy, asking him to buy him a ring. He bids 8 million, and to himself that buying something for a curse user is easy, because once he dies, everything will be returned to their family. The bid goes strong, but ends with Big Daddy G, bidding 10 million. He comes up to President G, asking him how he has been. Yi-Lin looks at him in amusement, realizing that he is the big dealer, and he tries to cover his face to avoid being detected. Big Daddy G is not too pleased by the interruption but is accused that he has killed his men, and he wants an explanation. Big Daddy G yells that he doesn't know what he is talking about, and if he is looking for trouble, their group is not easy to mess with. The underground boss accepts his challenge, wondering who will last the longest. He asks his minions to verify if the car parked near the warehouse belongs to this group, and his group agrees. He smiles, saying they shouldn't blame him when he kills their entire family. The bid goes for 12 million and is sold. Yi Lin is handed the ring and is asked if he likes it. He smiles, thanking the uncle for it. Link asks his father who the man is, and he replies that he is the king of the underworld, the kingpin, who wants to clean up his act and become a proper businessman. Yi Lin wonders if their group will attract a lot of unwanted attention, and if they should be more careful. The old man takes his advice meanwhile. He slips the ring on his finger, and is immediately greeted by an increase in his spiritual attributes and luck. He smiles, telling the uncle that even if he has to carry Link, he will make sure he gets into a good school. The man smiles, saying there is no need to be formal. His son is a close brother to him, but he should let his uncle know if he needs anything else. Later they are exhausted, with their presents wrapped up in front of them. The first thing is a thunder ring that increases spiritual energy by 15 and increases resistance to thunder. Another one is a moon necklace. One of them is a yin-yang bracelet. Everything increases spirituality. Yi Lin goes for the bracelet and is glad that the haul is good. The necklace also increases the power, but the bracelet is the best. Even if his body's secret is discovered, this item will help him clear the air. He then looks at a beautiful blade, trying to use it with his nullifying magic. This blade is the Star Blade, that increases strength. Under the starlight, the buff can go up to 400 times increase in strength. He looks at the blade and realizes that his spell says that whenever he deals damage with a sword, a year of his life is expended, and the sword damage will double up. With this, he will be invincible. Meanwhile, Zhuge is having a shower and wonders about the group, spending 100 million on equipment alone. And why would they spend so much money on Yi Lin, who is a coward? Our attendant informs her that Miss Lu has arrived, and has brought others that have information on the person she is looking for. She wonders if there is information about Ling, and she smiles in happiness, telling him to show them to the guest room, and she will be right there. She arrives in a black dress, asking about the information. Liu tells her that there is an investigator that has some information. The investigator greets her, saying that he has information, but unfortunately it's not good news. He explains that a farm in Qingcheng has been burned down, and many have died in the fire. The residual fire has a scent that can be traced back to Ling Yi. The investigation bureau wants to cooperate with them on the investigation, but her hero turning out to be a killer is beyond believable for her. Her only reason is that if he was a murderer, he wouldn't have saved her. Her cousin tries to calm her down, and the investigation also recalls her mentioning a higher health level. During the investigation, they could not find any other information, and they wanted to see who the person was. But there is a high possibility that Yi Lin is the person she is looking for. Liu catches her off guard, and she tries to shake off the investigator, that he must be joking. He is a coward who runs away when faced with the dragon. He couldn't be the same, but the investigator wonders if she is certain. He uses lie detection ability on her, and as she still stands by her statement, the lie detector doesn't go off. He realizes that the murderer must not be him, and he thanks her for her compression and promises not to bother her anymore. Yi Lin, on the other hand, asks Ling to hurry up and test the equipment. Ling wonders where are they going. A woman greets them, asking if they are here for practical training. Ling agrees, and they are shown to the dojo. It is room 40,